Some people struggle with money their entire lives, no matter how much they make. And it's not just about income. You can give two people the exact same paycheck and one will build wealth while the other stays broke. You can see someone making six figures and still living paycheck to paycheck. And then you'll meet someone earning way less, but they have investments, savings, and a plan for their future. Here's the hard truth. Staying broke is not just about bad luck or low income. It's about habits, mindset, and the way you see money. Most people don't even realize that they're trapped in a cycle. They go to work, they get paid, they spend everything, and then they're back to zero, waiting for the next paycheck, and this cycle repeats for years, sometimes even for an entire lifetime. And the worst part, most people don't even see it happening. It feels normal. Everybody around them is living the same way, so they think this is just life, but it's not. It's a trap. That's why today I'm going to break it down. The 5 biggest reasons people stay broke. And let me tell you guys, if you recognize yourself in any of these, that's actually a good thing, because once you see the problem, you can fix it. So if you're tired of being broke, you are in the right place. Welcome to Flourish in Wealth, where financial freedom begins. First up, one of the biggest reasons people stay broke is because they spend their entire lives focusing on lack instead of abundance. They focus on what they don't have instead of what they do have. This mindset is dangerous because whatever you focus on, you magnify. If all you see is what's missing, what's hard, what's unfair, then that's exactly what will keep showing up in your life. Let me give you an example. Have you ever met someone who's always complaining about money? They say things like, "I'm broke, I can't afford that." Rich people are just lucky. Money is hard to make. Now compare that to someone who sees opportunity everywhere. They're not blind to their struggles, but they believe that if they put in the effort, they can turn things around. They ask questions like, how can I afford this? What skills can I use to make more money? What opportunities am I overlooking? Do you see the difference? One person is focusing on lack, the other is focusing on abundance. Here's the thing, guys, broke isn't just a bank account balance, it's a mindset. Here is how this keeps you stuck. When you focus on lack, you train your brain to look for excuses instead of solutions. You talk yourself out of opportunities. You start believing that money is something other people have, but not you. And guess what? If you believe that, your actions will follow. You won't invest, you won't take risks, you won't develop skills, because you already convinced yourself it's pointless. If you want to break free from this cycle, you have to train your mind to focus on abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, it means recognizing that solutions exist and you have the ability to find them. Quick challenge for you. For the next 7 days, catch yourself every time you say something negative about money. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," ask, "How can I afford this?" Instead of thinking, "I don't have opportunities," ask, "Where can I find an opportunity?" Start shifting your mindset and you'll start seeing doors open that you didn't even know existed. Because here's the truth, money isn't running away from you, it's just waiting for you to stop running from it. Now let's move on to the next reason why so many people stay broke. 2. Focusing on limitations instead of abilities. A lot of people are broke because they spend too much time thinking about what they can't do instead of taking action on what they can do. Most people talk themselves out of success before they even start. Instead of focusing on what they can do, they're stuck thinking about what they can't do. And that mindset, it's a one-way ticket to staying broke. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say things like, "I can't start a business, I don't have the money," or "I can't invest, I don't understand stocks," maybe even, "I'm not good with money," or "I don't have the skills to make more." These are all excuses disguised as facts. And the problem with this kind of thinking is that it keeps you exactly where you are. If you focus on what you can't do, you'll never move forward. But the truth is, no one starts with all the answers. Every wealthy person you see today, they had to start from somewhere. They didn't wait to have everything figured out before taking action. Every successful person had limitations, but they refused to let those limitations define them. If you keep focusing on what's stopping you, you'll stay broke. But if you shift your focus to what you can do, that's when real change starts happening. Guys, I'm telling you, stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start with what you have right now. That's the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. So now I want you to do something. Drop a comment below and say, "I'm choosing to focus on what I can do." This is your moment to shift your mindset. And if you're finding value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm and it really supports the channel so I can keep bringing you more content like this. Let's get back to it. Number 3, trading time for money. Guys, this is one of the biggest reasons why so many people stay broke. They only know how to make money by trading their time for it. Let me break it down. When you're working a regular job, what are you doing? You're exchanging hours for dollars. If you work, you get paid. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Simple. Now, at first glance, that might seem normal, but here's the catch. There are only so many hours in a day. No matter how hard you work, there's a limit to how much money you can make. Even if you have a high-paying job, you're still stuck in the same system. If you stop working, the money stops coming in. And this is why a lot of people, even those making six figures, still struggle financially. They might be making good money, but they're trapped in a cycle where their income is directly tied to their time. The wealthiest people don't work harder than everyone else. They make money work for them. Most people stay broke because they never learn how to do this. They believe the only way to get more money is to work more hours, get a raise, or find a second job. But that's a losing game because you're still stuck trading your limited time for money. If you want to stop being broke, you have to start building income streams that don't depend on your time. Here's how you can do it. Start a side hustle that scales. Instead of just working in a job, build something that can grow on its own, like an online business, YouTube channel, or digital products. Invest your money. Put your money to work in stocks, real estate, or businesses that generate passive income. Create systems that make money for you. Think about ways to earn without constant effort, like selling an online course, earning royalties, or investing in rental properties. Guys, if your only plan is to work harder and put in more hours, you're always going to be limited. The people who build wealth don't just work for money, they make money work for them. The moment you start thinking beyond just earning a paycheck is the moment you start breaking free from financial struggle. Number 4, thinking money is just for paying bills. Let me ask you guys a question. What's the first thing you do when you get paid? If your answer is pay bills, that's a problem. Of course, you have to pay your bills, but if that's all you do, you'll always be broke, because that means every dollar you earn is going out instead of growing. Guys, this is one of the biggest reasons people stay broke. A lot of people see money as something that comes in just so they can pay bills and survive. That's their entire relationship with money. Get paid, cover expenses, and wait for the next paycheck. Now here's the problem. When you only see money as a tool for paying bills, you trap yourself in a cycle of survival. You're not thinking about growth, you're not building wealth, and you're definitely not getting ahead. If your whole focus is just on covering rent, utilities, groceries, car payments, and whatever else, then guess what? You'll always be stuck in that loop. First, it keeps you dependent on a paycheck. The moment your income stops, you're in trouble. There's no cushion, no backup plan, just survival mode. Second, it makes you reactive instead of proactive. You're always thinking about how to cover this month's expenses, not how to create long-term financial security. And third, it limits your mindset. If you believe money is just for paying bills, you'll never prioritize saving, investing, or finding ways to grow your income. That's why some people make more money over time but still struggle. They get a raise, but instead of using that extra money to build wealth, they just upgrade their lifestyle, nicer car, bigger house, more spending. And guess what? The bills increase to match their new income, so they're still stuck in the same cycle. You need to break free from this cycle. First, change the way you see money. Instead of thinking, how can I cover my bills? Start asking, how can I make my money work for me? Second, prioritize saving and investing. Even if it's a small amount, start putting money into things that grow, stocks, real estate, a side business, or even just a high-interest savings account. Third, stop spending every dollar that comes in. Just because you have money doesn't mean you need to spend it. Build the habit of setting money aside before you pay for anything else. Fourth, look beyond your job. Relying on one source of income is dangerous. Find ways to create extra streams of income so you're not just working for money. Your money starts working for you. If you treat money as just something to pay bills, that's all it will ever be. But if you start seeing it as a tool to create more opportunities, that's when your financial situation starts to change. Number 5. Trading the future for the present. This one right here is a major reason why so many people stay broke. Because they choose comfort now over security later. And I get it. Sacrificing today for a better tomorrow is hard. It's much easier to spend money on things that bring instant pleasure than to think long term. But here's the problem. The future always comes. And when it does, most people aren't prepared for it. Think about it like this. Imagine you're hungry. You've got two choices. You can grab fast food, quick, easy, and satisfying right now. Or you can go home, cook a meal, and have something healthier and cheaper. Most people go for the fast food because it's convenient. But in the long run, it costs more, it's unhealthy, and it's not sustainable. That's exactly how most people treat money. They go for quick satisfaction, shopping sprees, unnecessary upgrades, vacations they can't afford, without thinking about the long-term cost. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke is because they never delay gratification. They get a paycheck and immediately think, What can I buy? Instead of how can I grow this? A new phone when the old one works just fine. Eating out every day instead of cooking at home. Buying expensive clothes just to impress people who don't even care. And guess what? When an emergency comes, boom, they have nothing saved. They panic, take out a loan, swipe a credit card, and the cycle continues. Here's the truth. Wealth is built by people who are willing to be uncomfortable today so they can be free tomorrow. While one person is spending all their money on weekend trips, another is investing that money in stocks, real estate, or a business. While one person is financing a luxury car, another is driving a used car and putting that extra money into assets. While one person is partying every weekend, another is learning new skills that will help them earn more. And 10 years down the line, the person who made sacrifices is financially free. The person who spent everything, still broke, still struggling, still blaming the economy. Most self-made millionaires didn't get rich by luck. They got rich by making better choices. They focused on the future while everyone else was stuck in the present. Let's say you have $200 every month. You can spend it on new clothes, Uber Eats, and entertainment. Feels good now, but adds nothing to your future. Invest it in stocks, a side hustle, or savings. Feels like a sacrifice now, but leads to freedom later. Which choice do most people make? The first one, and that's why most people stay broke. So how do you stop trading the future for the present? 3 simple steps. Pause before making a purchase. Ask yourself, do I need this or am I just chasing a temporary feeling? Start a future fund. Even if it's small, start saving and investing something every month. Think in decades, not just months. The choices you make today will either make your life easier or harder in 10 years. Here's the bottom line, guys. Broke people prioritize the present. Wealthy people prioritize the future. If any of these hit home, don't feel bad. The good news is you can change these habits today. Start thinking differently about money, make better decisions, and take action. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to check out my other video here for more money tips and ways to take control of your finances. You won't want to miss it.